I went to a white elephant party over the weekend and it gave me another idea for a gift guide. What's going on, everybody? This is Lamar with MFN Research, and today we are doing another gift guide. Since I got my first one out, I got the idea over the weekend to do another one. This time what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on stocking stuffers, or those small little gifts to maybe round out your main gift. Or if you've got one of those office holiday parties, these make great white elephant gifts. The gift I bought for the white elephant party gave me the idea for this list. So I'm gonna go through them pretty fast because we've got over 40 items this time and they fit in this bag right here. So we're gonna try to get through them pretty quick. We're not gonna go into a lot of specs. We're gonna go over just really quick what they are and how I use them and how those people in your lives can maybe benefit from some of this stuff as well. As always, there'll be videos with more information in the description. First, I'll do what I guess we'll call personal hygiene. These aren't the most fun gifts to get, but they definitely come in handy when you need them. So for the first thing, for the first category, most of these things are gonna be small. They can fit in your hand, they're stocking stuffers. And a lot of this stuff comes directly out of my kits. So it's stuff that I'm using every day in my different bags and EDC and stuff like that. So first up is this guy. If you saw on Instagram, this is a brand new tin. I don't even think I took the seal off of it. Nope. I had one over the weekend. My wife claimed it and I'll never see it again. So this is just hand cream. As it is getting cold, as you're washing your hands a lot, your hands are gonna dry out. So you might wanna get this for people to keep their hands dry. I get a pack of 10 usually just because I need more than one. They go pretty quickly. They have larger tins as well, but I like these guys because they fit in your bag and take up no space. So that might be something you wanna get as a starter item. Next up, I've talked about these forever. Keep tons of those. I've thought about going a different route, but I'm gonna have some of these all the time. Just the thing of dude wipes that are individually packaged, because I think it's important to have stuff that's individually packaged. You won't have to worry about it drying out, and you can just use it, stuff it back in there when you're done, and just throw it away as one complete set. These things come in handy all the time. I keep some of these with me. These are just the foaming, and you see it's gotten a little beat up because I pulled some out, and sometimes I will say they do get a little beat up, but I think they are well worth it. They aren't that expensive. The person that needs to wash their hands out on the go would definitely appreciate these. Definitely a good idea for a stocking stuffer. They have different scents, whatever fragrances they like. They might have something that'll meet their needs. So this is something you might want to consider and pick up some for yourself as well. So next, I don't have it here with me. I actually lost it on my last trip. It's a toiletries body scrubber. It's a good idea to add to your travel kit so you don't have to use those washcloths and things like that. What I usually do is I take it in there. It's got a nice little suction cup on it, and I just stick it to the shower wall. And that is actually the reason why I lost it, because I stuck it to the shower wall in the hotel and forgot to grab it. A good idea. Doesn't take up much space. It's a nice, considerate little gift. It's a nice, thin, low profile set of clippers. These are just the Mr. Greens. I usually keep these in my rucking kit, or I throw them in my travel EDC sometimes too. They're nice, thin, low profile. They've got a built-in file, something you definitely might want to consider. And last, in the personal hygiene area, they can also go in EDC as well. These are a pair of kind of tweezers. It's a two-piece, they're titanium. I keep one in my travel EDC and one in my regular EDC, but I usually got them to get those stray beard hairs. I don't actually use it for that, but you might want to. My favorite use for these was pulling out a card at main event for my daughter that got stuck. Nice and strong, nice and sturdy, can pick up small things. I like these little tweezers, so something to definitely recommend. Next up are tech accessories. If you've got somebody that's into tech, you don't know what to get them, or you don't want to spend a lot of money on their gift, or you just want to accessorize the gift you have for them, these are some things that you might want to consider. All right, we're gonna start with one of these. I started using these a little bit more than wipes. These are just little touchscreen mist cleaners. They have the little microfiber piece right on here, and they have a little bit of spray. They keep your screen clean. I use them on my tablets. I use them on my phone. I use them in my car on the console. Definitely one that you can get multiple if you really want to. Definitely think these come in handy for anybody who's got tech with the screen. I've talked about these in a ton of videos. Just the mini USB-C cables. A lot of people recommend the rolling square in charge. I like those too, but these, if you've got USB-C to USB-C for most of your stuff, as I'm trying to do, not only do these do a great job at transferring power, they also have pretty good data transfer speeds. So I like these. They're definitely small, compact, and definitely a good thing to add. Nice little stocking stuffer. I love a good battery bank, and I've got 3 options here, but I'm gonna recommend 4. The one that I don't have on the screen that I recommend is the Anker Zola. I actually bought one for my daughter. It is her stocking stuffer gift. It has the cable built in and it's 10 milliamp hours. So it basically combines the benefits of these two, and we'll talk about that a little bit more too. This one is the VRUC, it's 10,000 milliamp hours. This one is for that person who I think has different charging needs. So you've got your Lightning, you've got your USB-A, you've got your USB-C, and you even got a USB micro on the side, and you've got an extra out right there, and you've got your in to charge it right there. So this one's definitely a great one to have on the go. This is really all you need. You don't really need any other cables other than this one. So I'd really like this one if you want a nice all-in-one solution as a stocking stuffer. This is my newest power bank. I tried it for the size. I wanted something a little bit thinner than this one, but the same capacity. And I really like this one. So far, so good. Really happy about this one. We'll talk about this one more in the future. It has a little flashlight on it. It's the INIU portable charger, and it's got fast charging as well. So that's a good thing to have on it as well. But if you want to go just thin, this is the Oskang. It's 5,000 milliamp hours, and it's got a USB-C built in. So this one's nice and thin. You can fit this one in your pocket. You can fit this one just pretty much anywhere. It takes up almost no space. So if you want somebody to stay charged on the go and not take up a lot of space, this is one to go with. So next up, a little unique. This one I pulled right out of my garage. I have a mechanical keyboard out there that I use for a lot of my stuff. And this is just this GK Gamma K wooden wrist rest. I have a 60% mechanical keyboard, and I just like this wood on here. It's nice and comfortable. Palm sit right there. Use it for hours on end. Something I definitely recommend. So this one is not mine. I actually took it out of my wife's emergency EDC kit. I'll put that video in the description as well. It's a small little 128 gig USB flash drive. Nice little emergency storage on the go. You can keep important stuff on there if you want to, and it doesn't take up almost any space. Definitely a good stocking stuffer. If you get it for somebody, make sure they know that it's in their stocking. The next two I'm going to recommend for your remote workers out there, and this one right here is just a mini adjustable laptop stand. I like this one. It's not too expensive. It definitely works well. It's pretty small. It stands your laptop up on the go, and you can fit this pretty much in your bottle compartment. It fits in your backpack with no space when you're on the go. I use this when I go to like the coffee shop or anything like that to work, and it's nice and low profile. Initially, before I got the Moth, I bought this one as a tablet stand. It's still a little stiff, but this one is really sturdy. What I actually use this one for when I'm out and about is when I use my external monitor as a second screen. So this is just a Ugreen tablet stand, and I'd recommend that as another on-the-go alternative for that tech person in your life. So here's another one of those functional gifts. It's not very pretty, but they're gonna be happy that they have these. Just these nice little Velcro ties. I've been buying these guys for years. Every time I run low, I just buy another pack of like 100 or so. Different colors, reds, greens, grays, blacks, just different colors for different things. I've got tons of them in use right now. Definitely very beneficial, and you can reuse them. I've been a pop socket guy on my MagSafe phone pretty much since I've had my iPhone 12. I switched to this guy. It's a SyncWire MagSafe ring holder. I really like this. The magnet is really strong pairing up with my phone, and I like that you can get the option. It'll help your phone stand up vertical and horizontal, and you can hang this from places. It just gives you a little bit more functionality. I think it takes a little bit more of a learning curve to get it comfortable on your finger than pop socket does, but once you get the hang of it, I think it's really nice. Another desk accessory, I actually used this one just before this video. Something just fell out of it actually, is a mini vacuum cleaner. Definitely something I recommend for anybody who has a desk that they want to keep clean. If they're having snacks at their desk, they're doing projects at their desk, this little guy is going to come in handy. It's very simple to clean. You just pop it out. I'm not going to do that right now because like I said, I just used it and I don't want everything to fall out all over the desk. And you just rinse it out, put it back. There's a little brush to clean the little filter if you want to. Now I've got a few small hand tools that we can talk about. Maybe a benefit for those that have a lot of tools or those that don't have a lot of tools at all. They'll fit a few key purposes, so let's go on to that list. First up is a staple in my EDC now, is just the Gerber pry Brit. I use this for those tasks that I don't want to gum my knife up on. As you can tell, there's probably some stuff on here now, but I love this little guy. Razor blade, you tuck that in, it doubles as a wire cutter right there. You've got a little bottle opener right here, a flathead, a little bit of a pry. I've actually used everything on here, so definitely comes in handy. I really enjoy this little guy. So this is another one of those things for the person that's not gonna be glamorous, but it's, again, they're gonna use it and really appreciate it. I have a ton of these in the garage. I use them for just some of everything, from mounting stuff to the wall, putting stuff on the garage door. I've actually got one clipped to my desk, kind of like this, and it holds my headphones for my garage setup. One thing I will say about these is these come off when used all the time. This is what it looks like when the rubber foot is on. This is what it looks like when the rubber foot is off. Whether it's on or off, it really doesn't matter. It still works just fine. And it comes in a pack of 6, so definitely comes in handy. You can get this size, you can get a smaller size, you can get a larger size. Definitely a good little thing to have around the house if you don't have them. You can never have too many spring clamp clips. So this one is a gear wrench. It's a gimbal ratchet. So when I found this a few years back, I ended up using this for my son's bed, and it helps fit into those tight spots to give you that nice ratchet capability without taking up a lot of space. If you can get your hand back there, you can use this guy. And it just ratchets like that. And this is I think this is the 3/8, and they also have a 1/4 inch as well. I don't think they had the 1/4 inch when I bought it, but they do now. So definitely something to pick up. Get one of them, get both of them. So initially on the list, I had just the regular precision screwdriver, but right now they've been going on sale. And this one is actually under $25, depending on what you see. When I checked just the other night, they were on sale for 25, or I think under 25, I think 24 with the coupon. So I tried to make my list without the coupons, but this one I just had to put on here. If you find the smaller one, I think it's about 15 bucks or so, but this one right here has tons of bits in here. Nice little slim form factor. I use this one pretty much once a week. Definitely something to have on you as far as your small tools for your computers, your knives, gaming controllers, all that kind of fun stuff. Definitely comes in handy for those kinds of things. So now I've got some items, we'll call them travel or extended EDC. They're not going to be those items that people are going to need every day, but if they're out for a long day or multiple days, a lot of these things may come in handy. So first up, one of the things that I started carrying with me when I'm traveling, or if I know I'm going to a few places, is just a reusable metal straw. I really hate those paper straws. I get what they're trying to do, but I just get tired of them. I usually keep everything together. What I usually like to do is keep this in there. I'll take one of those foamins that I mentioned in my personal hygiene, get this soaked with the foamin, and use that to clean the straw while I'm on the go. So that way you have everything nice and self-contained. It's a nice size straw, and I just throw it back in there, and it's good to go. It's got a nice little carabiner on it, and you can just take it with you pretty much anywhere. It's about the size of a pen. I definitely have this over one of those paper straws. I just got this not too long ago. It is I'm not gonna open it. I'll put some B-roll of it, of a small tote bag. You can throw this in your sling and it'll give you extra functionality. It'll give that person extra space. So I don't care who you are, if you're in your bag and you have more stuff than you thought you were gonna have, this is something that'll definitely benefit them. This is a fantastic stocking stuffer. I think this might be the stocking stuffer I go with from now on. It's really small, really compact, and definitely beneficial. So this one, it comes in a 4-pack. I keep these all around. These are just collapsible cups. Use them for water on the go. I'm definitely using this with my kids because I don't want them drinking out my water bottle. My son especially. My daughter's okay now, but my son, oh man, I'm not sharing with him. So I'll let him get this one and I'll drink out the water bottle. It's collapsible, it's small, doesn't take up any space. Use it for other things while you're out on the go. And definitely a nice little cup to have. I think, like I said, if I didn't mention it before, it's dishwasher safe. You can put this in your bag. It's about the size of a credit card. It's just a little GoSun flatware kit. This right here is the spoon. And what it does, and I got it messed up right now. There we go, we fixed it. So this is the spoon. Nice little flat spoon. Not a great spoon. Just wash it in the dishwasher. Wash it, hand wash it. Wash it with the foaming again if you're out and about. And this one right here is just a little fork. Nice little pair to have, eating on the go while you're traveling or whatever the case may be. This is nice to have, doesn't take up a lot of space. I don't think I'm gonna see this on many lists, but this is something I take with me. I usually take a lacrosse ball. I've upgraded to one of these guys. These help if you're driving on a road trip, you're sitting in a plane. This helps get all that stress out. Usually what I like to do with this is just put it on my back, lay on the floor, and just sit there and let that work for a few minutes. And it's not as good as getting the actual massage, but it definitely comes in handy to loosen up some of those tight spots. So there's tons of videos on YouTube to show you how to use them if you don't know what you're doing. but definitely recommend one of these little peanut massage balls. And last up, I think this was in my gift guide last year. This particular one I don't believe is under $25. The one that I'll link in the description is, but I really like these guys. The only difference between the one that I'm going to put the link on and this one is this one doubles as a power bank. I think it's a 500 milliamp hour power bank, and the other one doesn't. I don't use it as a power bank, so that's not a big deal for me. I just like the fact that it provides heat when you need it. What I like to do is just put them in my pocket, and it makes a nice little warm zone in my pockets in the wintertime. So if you've got somebody who's dealing with stuff in the cold, they're outdoors, these are nice little guys that have little Koopa hand warmers. Hey, I hope you're liking the video so far. Don't forget to like, comment with any gear reviews you'd like to see in the future, and subscribe to MF for Research. Any support helps grow my little small corner of the EDC community. Now back to the video. Probably the most important category on here to me would be the EDC category. So those folks that are into EDC, this is the category for them. You've got stocking stuffers and things to go with other gifts that you may have for them. All right, first we'll start with just the hero clip. I think the medium is probably one of the best sizes to get. You can use this for your slings. You can use it for your backpacks as well. This one is actually going on a new EDC I'm putting together right now. This is my second medium, and I've got another small as well. Don't really recommend the smalls for your bags. I think that works better for a pouch, but these are good. I love having these around. They're not the best carabiner, but what they're for to me is hanging stuff up when you need to. I use these all the times when I hang my bag from a table. Definitely comes in handy. So I mentioned fountain pens before. I'm going to talk about a couple mini pens. You see these all the time. These are Right in the Rain Polka pens. They're nice and small, compact, thin. This is the orange. They come in a 2-pack. This one moved to my Damn It pouch, which you may see in a minute. This right here is the Uniball 1. I just got this one not too long ago. I actually saw it on Instagram randomly and decided I'd check it out. I love how this one writes. Not as good and fun as my fountain pens, but this one actually writes really nice given the size and given the price. This is a nice pen for what it is. And I like this clip right here. So this one's back from my budget EDC as well. This is, I think there's 2 left in here. These are just my dry key Hanks. Definitely like these over some of the other ones. They dry pretty quick. They're a good size. You can just wash them, fold them up when you need them, put them wherever you want to. I could put them in all my bags. They come in a 5-pack. They come in different colors. Definitely something that'll make a good little stocking stuffer. You can always get somebody a bunch of good Hanks, and I'm sure they'll appreciate it. So now let's go flashlights, and here's 2 recommendations straight from their kits. This is from the Garage Built Gear Mighty pouch, and this one is from my Damn It pouch. So this is the Lumitop EDC01. It's a nice, affordable flashlight. Doesn't need any introductions. Takes a AAA battery, I believe. Yep, AAA. Lasts for a long time. Nice, low light mode. Definitely enjoy this one. It's just a twist to activate, and it works out pretty good. This one, again, like I said in my budget EDC, this is not the light I'd recommend, but it's the same form factor. This one's just in the copper. This is the A9, I believe, but I'd recommend to keep it under that budget stocking stuffer piece. It's just the A1. And I think you can get it under 25 bucks all day and even cheaper with the coupon. They're USB-C now, where this one is not, but definitely get that. Small little form factor, nice little flashlight, something a little bit even smaller than this guy, so something definitely to consider. I'm not really big into a key organizer or anything like that, but if you've got a key EDC like I've got, or a couple multi-tools that you want to add onto your key ring as well to give you a little bit of extra functionality, here are some things that I consider. This right here is the Key Unity titanium belt clip. It has a key ring that goes to it. You'll see it when I show my Damn It pouch a little bit later, but this is the hook for my Damn It pouch. Definitely recommend it. Love this little guy. It's nice and comfortable. It's lightweight, and it does the job pretty well. It holds on to my belt. It holds on if I've got some sweatpants on. Holds on pretty good. This guy, it needs no introduction. Get somebody a couple S-Beaners from Night Eyes. This is the number 3 right here. I think I've got a couple number 4 somewhere. And this right here, I put them on every bag that I get. You can hook water bottles, you can hook shoes, hats, whatever you need to give you a little bit of extra storage on the outside. You can go this route. But again, if you want to take this with something like this and give you a little bit of added functionality, you've got the little small S-Beaners right here. And I got these on a big ring, and I think it had like 8 or 10 or something like that. Definitely something to consider. I think it's better to get the big ring than trying to get the small 2-packs of these individually. It gives you more functionality, gives you different colors, and it comes in at a cheaper price point. Also, gotta recommend bringing my flashlight back out. This is the Magnet. If you have a short, say, key leash or anything like that, this is what I'll usually use. Put the keys on this end, put whatever I need on this end. It comes a quick detached. It's a nice strong magnet. This is in copper. Back when I had dreams of making a copper EDC, I think it comes in aluminum as well. So you can get this one for somebody for a nice little key storage solution that detaches pretty easily. But if you don't want to spend all that money, going back to Night Eyes, this is their solution. It's a magnet as well. And the only difference between this one is it has a twist function as well to act as a backup locking mechanism. So you just stick it on like that and it stays like that. It's pretty sturdy, and then you just twist it off and you're good to go. All right, so now we'll do a little bit of EDC organization. This is the Damn It pouch, also known as the Viperade VE13 in orange. I'm not gonna talk about that guy. Check out my other gear guide if you wanna see more about that. It most times fits under the $25 as well, but we're not gonna cover it in this video. This is a small organizer pouch. I took this straight off my hip before this video. Definitely comes in handy. This goes with this, and it works out fantastic. All right, so another one, I usually use this when I'm traveling or if I'm out for a little bit longer. This is the Roaring Fire Pico Fire pouch, and this is just what I have in here right now. I need to organize and change some of that a little bit. Notice another one of the hand creams in there. And this, just what I have right there, it's a nice affordable pouch. If somebody isn't in the pouches or they don't know if they're gonna be in the pouches, this is a nice inexpensive pouch to give it a shot. Another one, I don't usually use this one in my bags at all. I usually use this for organizing gear at the house. This is the Cocoon Gridded, and it's just a whole bunch of little elastic loops, and you can fit stuff in here however you want, just storing stuff in there, making sure it fits in here. And I'll just use this if I'm transporting stuff in different parts of the house. I'll just grab this guy, hook it on there, or if I'm wanting to store it for later, I just put it on there so I don't have to worry about it falling. Really like this little guy. They come in different sizes. This is a small. I think they come in bigger as well. You can use this for like a tech organizer, but this is a nice stocking stuffer size right here. All right, no budget EDC list would be complete without these guys. These are the compressed towels. They come in different form factors. Some come in little individually wrapped tabs. I like these little tubes because depending on what size bag you have, you can just throw the whole tube in your bag and you've got 10 of them in there. Pop the top, and they come in just like that. Put some water with it, it comes a nice little moist towel. Put some foam in with it, it becomes a nice little soapy towel. I've talked about that before. Definitely something to add. Nice little stocking stuffer. I think it comes in 10 of these tubes in a pack. It lasts for a really long time. Definitely good to have. I did a review on these guys a few months back. This is the Fairwind Tactical belt. They sent it out to me for a review. There was this one and the other belt. This was my favorite of the two. I just really like this buckle mechanism right here. It was nice and sturdy. The loop had a nice little stretch to it. It was really comfortable and all that stuff. And it was really inexpensive. A nice little belt for somebody to have as either a backup belt or just a belt if they don't want to spend too much on a belt. A good little travel belt. This one might give you trouble with TSA, so you might have to take it off, but it's easy to get off, easy to put back on. And if this belt ever messes up, this will make a pretty good fidget. So the last few things I pulled right out of my cigar EDC, and we'll just show you some of those. This one together, sometimes depending on the price, they might be under $25 together, but in some cases, this right here is just a regular Zippo. This is the housing for the Zippo. The actual internals are downstairs somewhere. Everybody knows the Zippo. Classic, nice to get. Different colors, different designs, things like that. And I have the dual flame butane insert. Let's see if it lights up. There we go. Just a nice little dual flame. Keep this guy. Works pretty good every time. Also works if you're worried about the fuel leaking from the regular Zippo. Switch to the butane insert. Never a problem for me. And last but not least on the EDC category for me is my little itty bitty Kershaw Cinder. This knife right here goes in my cigar kit. I use this for the foil on wine, or if I can't find on the whiskey, I'll just use that to cut it open or whatever I need. And you never know when you need a little bitty knife like this. It fits really small, shorter than my finger. It's got a nice little bottle cap on there. If you want to go fancy, they've got a copper version as well. Costs a little more. I think it's still close to that $25 mark, but this is a nice little knife, locking, good for those small little tasks. Put it in your fifth pocket, forget about it, it's good to go. Nice little stocking stuffer. You guys are awesome. You guys recommend so much cool stuff. Some of this stuff on the list, some of this stuff that I've incorporated into my EDC has come from you guys in the comments. I want to keep that trend going in this gift guide. So what I'm going to do in the first pin comment, any recommendations that I may have missed for stocking stuffer or white elephant type gifts, usually under 25 bucks, and they can fit in your hand for the most part. Drop those in the comments. And if you want, and you haven't picked a gift for that person that's interested in the EDC, or you want to get them in the EDC, you can take a few of these things and put them together and make a little gift set. I'm sure it's going to be better than those in Target. What I'll do is I'll put my budget EDC list right here, and you can use that as kind of a guide to build a foundation EDC for somebody. And as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I'm Lamar with MF and Research, and I'm out.